This is a look at the OpenAI Apps SDK. So this is essentially a way of getting pre-designed elements of like parts of web pages, so like components of a web page to show up in ChatGPT. And we're going to see more and more of this next year. So 2026, I'm sure will be every chat app will be full of like product widgets and all sorts of things. Like it's becoming the kind of everything app almost. So I have been experimenting a little bit with two demos. So the first one is the JezWeb the JezWeb OpenAI app SDK. And the way this works is it is an MCP server, a model context protocol server. It's a standard kind of connection to a server, and when it brings the information back to ChatGPT, though, it follows a certain standard. So if we just type in show portfolio, and so what's happening is ChatGPT will decide to use the tool. And so when we say a tool, it's like connecting to another system, which in this case is the JezWeb portfolio. And so it's loaded this in, and you can see we've got this element on the page, and we can scroll through. It's a carousel, and it's a React web app component. But it's just basically just like if you had a carousel on your own website. I can click on View Details, and we'll see the detailed page and picture. Type in my name, and you might think, well, why is this interesting? This seems a bit silly, Jeremy. Why would you fill this in? Well, you need to use your imagination, because what you're looking at is a way of embedding parts of web pages into your AI chat experience. So, this could be recommendations for products or services, or getting a quote, or finding information about availability, calendar, booking a car hire or an event or whatever. And I'm sure that all of the big platforms are going to be all over this. So, there'll be every Shopify store will be connected, and Booking.com and all the online travel agents and everything. Like, it'll all be there. And there'll be a marketplace, but there'll also be the option, I'm sure, for ChatGPT to decide to add these in by itself. So I'm in developer mode, so I'm going to choose now the other one I've been experimenting with, which is for Verge Safety Barriers. And this is a WooCommerce. It's connected back in the end. At the end is a WooCommerce shopping cart. So I need barriers for a loading dock. And so this has a lot richer information to draw on. The JezWeb one, basically, it just returns a portfolio, like a set of pictures and details, and that's kind of it. This one has more kind of smarts about it, so it can like provide lists of products and things, and then offer up suggestions. And so, say truck loading dock. The edge from people falling off. And so behind this discussion, the tool calls, it's able to get a summarized version of all of the products in a catalog, and it can decide which products to show. And the products potentially will be in a carousel, or in this case there's only two. And when I click on this, I can see the details. Now, I'm in dark mode on the computer at the moment, but if it was light mode, then you would see it'd be white all around the edge. So I can send an inquiry, fill in the details there, or I can request a quote, and I can increment the number of items here. And this form, once it's filled in, at the moment, just sends it back to a database, but it could go to your email inquiry or a CRM or whatever. And I haven't tried to make it transactional, it's just informational at this stage. But you can see the idea here is that we're bringing a structured experience into ChatGPT, and we're not relying on ChatGPT to sort of make that up by itself. And so I need plastic bollards and a expandable barrier. It's up to you to decide when you're developing this what kind of information is given to ChatGPT. So, what keywords might it respond to, and giving it enough context about what is available in the tool is really important, and helping it understand what it will get back from the tool call. Right, so it's decided that there are some options here. Okay, yep, so let's see the plastic ones. And still very experimental, but I hope that what I'm demonstrating here is helping you understand the potential, because this for sure will be a huge part of our AI chat experiences in the future. This idea of like a structured output. So instead of just like, obviously this is lovely text, like it's, it's nicely organized and great, but even that information is coming from the MCP server. But being able to do like this little carousel and have a bit of a look around things and go, oh, an impact column protector, fantastic, request a quote. You can see how much more fluid that is. And it reminds me a little bit of like if you're interacting with ads on Facebook, where they'll pop up with like an inquiry form. On Facebook, it doesn't send you off to the website. It just you're doing it on their platform. And for sure, there'll be some kind of, an advertising mechanism for this in the future, I guess. But think of this as like the app store, right? So on your iPhone or whatever device, there's a store with applications. That's kind of like what this is. There'll be games, like someone's already put Doom into one of these. And so whole little web apps or applications. I mean, this is still a pretty basic demo, but it's what I could figure out to do. But the potential is amazing. Basically, running a website within the ChatGPT app. There's nothing to stop you from running an entire website or equivalent to. And I think that will be something we'll be doing a lot more of next year in 2026, where we'll be creating these headless web applications where you will still have probably your standard website, but we'll be building an alternate front end for the website to show up in ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever platform. And these standards are being decided now, like Anthropic and OpenAI. They're all working on these standards so that shopping is coming. It's all happening, and it's just going to be a whole other evolution that makes chat apps way more useful than they ever were. And it doesn't rely on the user so much, but also this helps you show information without risking the security of someone's computer so much, right? Because you are the code is executed in a sandbox, which is like a protected environment. So it's not running the website code on my computer; it's running it in a like a little virtual computer on OpenAI's server. So yeah, very cool stuff. I have, for anyone who's looking at this that's actually a developer, I put the JezWeb one as a I've just published that open source, and there were some interesting things I learned as I went. So I've tried to kind of make notes of that in there. And the Claude skills repo that I have, which is also open sourced, I've built a skill which is all about this OpenAI Apps MCP. So yeah, I hope that's helpful for somebody. I think it's very exciting, and it's a whole new evolution in our AI chat app experience. I'm Jez from JezWeb, and yeah, if someone wants us to build this for their website, feel free to reach out, because I think we can do some awesome things here, with bookings or accommodation or all sorts of stuff. Like, if your customers are in ChatGPT, this is going to be necessary to be adding to this, storefront, right? Because there'll be people there, and you want to be in front of them, and no doubt there'll be some, advertising mechanism for it too, I'm sure. So, thank you very much.